Today I plan to share one of my biggest insecurities to the world. It all started 3 years ago, back like November 21st of 2017. I was working out at the gym and I somehow scratched like the back of my neck, and my friend noticed it, so he was like, "Oh, let me just take a picture of it and show you." And when I looked at the picture, I saw that I was literally like missing a little bit of hair, but it honestly just seemed like a little like mistake that my barber had made and that it would just grow back. At school, people would constantly mention it, whether they were just sitting behind me in class or if they were like walking behind me in the hallway. They'd be like, "Yo, your barber messed you up bad," and I'd laugh. I'd laugh and agree that I'd never go back to that barber again. But after some time of it not growing back, I kind of couldn't blame the barber anymore, and it became the running joke that I was basically the kid with the bald spot. Uh, I always tried to stay in the back of the class if I could, because then people wouldn't be behind me and they wouldn't see it. And I was also like really self-conscious whenever somebody was behind me at any time throughout the day, which was very often. Dude, who knew such a tiny flaw would have this big of an impact on my self-esteem? A year passed, and sadly, the bald spot didn't grow its hair back. It actually got bigger, and honestly, I had no idea why this was happening to me. By this time, I was using like this black color hairspray to try to mask it best I could with like the rest of my hair, but that also meant that I had to keep the back of my hair long so that it would be dark enough to mix with the spray well. And I preferred getting like super short skin fades, but obviously I couldn't do that if I wanted to hide this. I started seeing a dermatologist about it, and he said it could either be from stress or something that just happens to certain people without much reason besides like genetics. I had multiple appointments with 2 different dermatologists, and each time I went, the dermatologist would literally give me 16 to 25 shots directly administered into like the bald spot itself. And it was like a certain steroid that was supposed to jumpstart hair growth, and that didn't really work. Over time, the bald spot would change in shape and size, and it honestly just changed in a very weird way. Like, it didn't just grow in size like a normal thing would, but it would like grow back in some areas and then fall out in some areas. It was super random, and it was so hard to like track or expect like what was gonna happen next. I mean, realistically, none of this made much sense to me, and the shots that I were getting like weren't helping. But through it all, I really just tried to hide it from the world like the best I could. Whether it was the spray or it was me like purposely growing out my hair super long to hide it, I did a pretty good job of concealing it for years now. What I've come to realize is that I constantly tell you guys to be yourselves and to embrace yourselves. I've preached that our flaws don't really define us as people and that we shouldn't be afraid of people seeing them. But I guess it's time that I finally take my own advice. My hair is now buzzed short from every angle. It seems the bald spot actually got smaller for now, but if it changes shape again or gets bigger, I still plan to keep my hair short and embrace whatever it becomes. I will no longer live my life afraid of other people's opinions or judgment. I will no longer keep my hair long to hide this insecurity. I will embrace this because you know what? This is who I am. And I shouldn't be ashamed of who I am and what I look like. And I hope that my story and my courage to stop hiding my flaws can inspire and empower you to do the same. We're all human. We all have flaws. Let's stop letting them negatively affect our lives and just be comfortable in our own skin.